Oh,
It's a good afternoon. How is everybody doing? Welcome back. My name is Penny, and this is my husband.
Mr. Abraham.
Yes. We come here every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are a regular couple just like any other couples. We've been married almost 26 years now. We are raising children ages 23, 17, 20, and 10.
10.
So we just come and share our normal experiences here, things that we go through every day. We are not professionals, but join us every week. If there's something you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it. But otherwise, we are just like you and myself. So welcome.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
You know how they say in America?
It's been a minute.
Oh, you said it. It's been a minute.
Yes.
It's been a minute since we've been live on our on your page or our page.
It's our page.
It's our page, but
yeah.
you're one thing.
Yeah.
It's been at least, I think that's going to be 4 weeks.
Yes.
I think more than a month, even a month and a half.
Yes.
We've not been online.
Yeah.
So we've been busy. You've been busy. I've been busy.
Yes.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
The entire family has been busy.
So if you're finding us for the first time, please like our page, share this video to your page. And the reason why we choose to talk, it's because we married young and we are raising 4 children and we are living out of Kenya. So we just want to share some of the things that we've experienced as we continuing to raise our families. And maybe the young people coming behind us can learn a thing or two, because we didn't have really any mentoring. And I think mentoring is everything for a relationship to be able to work.
Yeah,
and the fact that we've moved away from home, those aunties and uncles that used to mentor the young people
and
are
talk
no
to
longer
everybody
there.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in other words, we don't want people to. I think it's been a long journey, and we've made some mistakes.
Yeah.
So we are trying as much as we can to share our experiences and probably help 1 or 2 people either not make the same mistake or do something that was positive for us.
Do it a little different.
Yes.
So today we are going to talk about communication. I didn't even put the topic, and I have the book. This is the book that we were using.
We've been doing this book for the last, I think we only did like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So today we are going to go back to communication. If you didn't see us the last time, this book is talking about living a healthy life with chronic conditions, and some of the chronic conditions are are developed while either in marriage, or you're getting in marriage, or after marriage
because of relationships.
Yes.
So issues in relationships.
So today we are going to go straight into communication. Communication is when you're able to express yourself to your spouse, or they're able to express themselves clearly what you want, even from the beginning. When you get into the relationship, what do you really want? So that is like number 1.
Communication.
Yes. Okay. And
or you have to state what you want in marriage.
Yes, you have to communicate.
Yes.
And when you're communicating, I think I find it so strange that when people are meeting, they don't seem to talk too much about some things. And then after some times, when they are fighting is when somebody's trying to express themselves.
That's when, in fact,
the
funny thing you're saying is everybody keeps quiet.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking and expressing what they want.
Yes.
And then during the fight, that's when they say, mimi utaka hivi na hivi na hivi. Yeah, during the fight. Yeah. But it's something probably before the fight, or as you're courting each other, if there was that communication
from the beginning,
you will know.
Yes.
You will know and actually know the expectations of your partner.
Yeah,
so that's very important.
So communicating before the fight is something. Okay. Another thing is to be clear. To be clear meaning you're specific about certain things. This morning we were talking about religion, where there are people who cannot be with other people because they are different religions.
Yes.
So if you're marrying someone or you're getting into a relationship, you need to be clear from day one that, you know what, I'm not able to go to your church. You are not going to come to my church. How are we raising the children?
Yes.
Because that is something that people just get together and then they're like, oh, what are we going to do? Religion is big. And unfortunately, we were saying this morning that you find that you will deny yourself a person because of their religion.
I was going to say that because you end up missing somebody who's
nice.
Probably the person is compatible with you, but is of a different religion.
Yes.
So you're a Christian, and let's go extreme and Muslim.
Yes.
So you're trying to date a Muslim girl or vice versa, and just because of the religion, you part ways.
Yes,
There's no way you're going to be compatible.
Yes.
So one of the things he said was, number one, the religion was brought to us.
Yes.
By the Wazungu, or by the Europeans. I'm talking about back home in Africa, and you end up now. You're an SDA, I'm AIC, and if from day one I'd said I don't want a SDA woman, I would have missed you.
Would have not been together.
Oh my goodness, I would have missed this one here because of SDA.
But I did tell you.
But now,
I did tell you.
Me, I'm AIC, and AIC is African Inland Church. Yeah.
But I did tell you that I was 100% sure I wasn't marrying anybody that was Catholic.
Now
I was sure.
You were sure about that.
Yes.
What about if I was Catholic?
No, I wasn't going to date you.
But now it would have been different.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, I couldn't have dated you. Anybody that I met that was Catholic, I ended the dating.
Catholics, there's just too much activities or what? But
not even that. That's what we are talking about, where somebody is not clear from
communication. So communicate that I am this, and probably I won't
be able to go to.
But you know
church.
what I said?
Yeah.
I eventually told you that if you meet somebody that you really, really like or you really love, and you want to spend the rest of the time with your life with, I think religion should not be the hindrance.
Yeah.
You should be able to come to an agreement, okay? Yeah. That, hey, you're Muslim, you keep doing what you do, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But let's meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. But I want to be clear that I know I wasn't marrying anybody that was Catholic. Are we clear about that? I'm clear. Me.
So from day one.
Yes,
so
I know.
If I wanted you and I'm Catholic, I would have lied.
No,
probably.
We are not talking about lying.
Yeah, but I'm saying
about being clear.
But I'm saying eventually, I really want you, and I'm seeing the religion is what is just preventing you.
Yes.
So some people, I think some people now will end up, and you're talking about communication, that they'll end up being deceitful in terms of their religion.
Or to lie.
To lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's good. It's good to communicate so that somebody just comes up front and says, "Hey, by the way, I am Catholic."
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. But what we were trying to agree this morning, which is how we are together, that what Nana is saying, that religion should not keep you from being with someone. I am telling you, I could have been those people who stuck with that, and it could have been the wrong thing for me, and I've not been with you.
Yes.
Because you worship on Sunday and I worship on Saturday. So be clear, but at the same time, religion should not be a reason for you not to be with someone.
So we are trying to advise people that sometimes you can't be rigid, that you can't move. A human being should be able to be flexible. Okay? So you can't just say, I don't want a Muslim, I don't want you should be able to meet the person and be flexible about it.
Yeah,
okay? I think what Nana is saying, it's right.
Yeah.
Religion should not be something that will make you miss out.
Okay. The other thing in communication, don't make assumptions. Now, women, we like to do that. Women like to make assumptions. Like I'm thinking, especially the moving in thing that I really don't like. Come we stay. I'm assuming I'm your wife, and you're just staying with me.
You're assuming.
I'm making an assumption.
Yes.
So in most marriages, people have problems because we make assumptions. We think the other person should know, even when they don't really know.
But we've seen that most of the times, the way the marriages start, the woman will move in.
Yeah.
And will move in one weekend at a time. You know, they're coming in. They're coming in on the weekends, Friday.
Yeah.
You entertain them.
Yeah.
They leave a couple of stuff.
Yeah.
They go again another weekend. Yeah. Eventually, they have moved in.
Yes.
So
and they make an
assumption. You're assuming
that we are together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So be clear about it. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
If we are going to be together, we need to move in together or not move in together.
Yes. And then be honest about your feelings. Don't
Those ones are tough.
No, it's good. If you do it, the earlier you do it, the better. You know, now you are older. Don't you think it's good to be upfront?
Yes, but initially, you don't know what you want, especially us men.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So at that time, you are playing roulette, 50-50.
Yeah.
This one, let me see if she's wife material.
Yeah.
So from day one,
you are not clear.
Day one, I won't be clear.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure.
Yes.
Unless,
unless
if you meet most of these women, if you meet an older man in their 30s, 40s, they probably know what they want.
Yes.
They will tell you from day one.
Yes.
But at the time we met at 23,
you don't know what you want.
Know, yes.
Yeah. And the other thing they're saying that before I go to the next one, Nana said something. Can you read it?
Okay.
Accept feelings of other people.
Yeah. Which one? Which part? The first one? I've seen many people join other denominations because of love. Church is church. And then she says, my 2 friends joined SDA from Protestant church. My sister Siombua is here and have perfectly settled in the Adventist church after marrying Brother David. They always inspire me. Yeah.
Okay.
So they didn't let religion
hinder
their love.
Yes. Even me, who was like not wanting Catholic, I still switched.
But one of the things that when we were talking about this today in the morning, we said if you're switching for religion purposes, the other person should also be religious. Because don't switch on somebody who's not religious.
Yeah.
But you switch.
What you're saying is for the sake of the children.
Yes, but also, I mean, by the time you're making that sacrifice, I'm also going to church, to the same church that you're trying to go into.
Yeah.
So I think for women, or even for men, if you're making a switch, also make a switch for somebody who's also trying.
Committed to help you through that change.
Exactly.
Okay. The other thing is to accept feeling of other people and understand them. But I think early in marriage, like if you really ask me, I didn't think men have the ability to understand women's feelings because you really don't understand how we are feeling. It takes many years for...
When you're saying men, you're talking about young men.
Yeah.
When we're younger, it's hard for us to understand you guys.
Yes.
That is just, I guess that's just normal everywhere.
Yeah. Be tactful and courteous.
Yeah, somebody said I sound like TD Jakes.
Yeah. Wow, be tactful and courteous. Wow, TD Jakes is an old man. That's what he meant.
He said sound.
Be tactful and kind and courteous when you're communicating. Okay? Work using humor. Don't just come out always serious. Some people, once they marry you, they are
Those
always
are points
serious.
for, yes, okay.
Yes. Be careful not to make yourself a victim all the time. And again, early in marriage, the women are always feeling like they're the victims, Okay? And the most important thing is to be a good listener. When somebody's communicating, don't be ready with your response.
Yeah, I think I'm struggling there. I need to be a good listener.
You tell them.
I need to be a good listener.
you.
But sometimes maybe I'm not a good listener because sometimes there's too many things coming in.
No, it's a skill. I think listening is a skill that
people don't know that
you
it's a
have
skill
to
that
learn.
needs to learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happens if you're with someone who doesn't have the patience? Then they get upset because every time I try to tell you something, before I could finish what I'm telling you, you cut me off. So how are you going to respond to me when you did not really get
I mean the full version of the story?
Yes. So it's not always men, it's not always women, it's people at large. We just need to learn when somebody's talking, give them a chance to finish whatever they are saying, and then you respond.
I accept.
And when you respond too fast, that means you didn't really get the point of what the person was trying to say. Because an incomplete sentence is not a complete sentence.
Yeah, I'm talking for myself, and that is something probably I need to. It's a skill I need to learn because being, I used to be called Mjuaji. Lolo, what do you call them?
Lelo.
Yeah, Mjuaji.
Kimbele.
So,
always up
there. Like when you're telling me something, I have to put input.
Yes.
So sometimes I'm not going to wait for you to finish.
Yes.
And I might put in input that actually is wrong.
Yes.
Or it's 25% correct. Mm-hmm. So I think we're talking about communications. I think most of you, we need to learn to listen. Mm-hmm. And listening is listening all the way to the end. Even if the story is boring, just wait until they finish and then put in your input.
Yes, you have 3 comments to read.
Okay, this is from, there's Nana, there's Wanja Jane, great discussion right here. Joseph Omanyi is saying, but now women write a whole book before they can complete the sentence. That's true. Joseph says,
yes, but now
women write a whole book.
But now, if that's the person you're meeting to choose for marriage, that's why courtship is important. If you're meeting that kind of a woman who wants to write an essay in one sentence, something you can say in one sentence, she wants to write an essay.
So sometimes, I mean, if you're going to read a book, A book takes a long time.
Yeah.
But a book is divided into chapters.
Yeah.
So the only thing you need to do is either make the woman finish a chapter and then you chime in.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because that's the only way, because I think what he's trying to say is, although it's a sentence, sometimes they take too long. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is something also the women need to learn, because that's when maybe we're not patient.
So women need to learn to summarize.
Communication, exactly. Summary.
Men needs to learn to listen. Those are two different
I think you've
things.
put everything in perspective.
Yeah.
Women summarize.
Make it short.
Make it short.
Yeah.
Then men learn to listen. Just be patient.
Yeah.
They'll finish.
And
then you can chime in.
Yes. So to minimize conflict, and by the way, I'm just telling you guys, for me, it's been 26 years of living with you. 27. With zero listening skills. And guess what? Do you know why I survived this? I survived that because I work with people with developmental disabilities. Where I work, it's my job every day to redirect myself, to notice that when I'm talking to you, you're not paying attention. I have to learn your body language. I have to be aware that, you know what, actually is not listening. How am I going to know you're not listening? Because of the way you're responding, or because of you're going to make the same mistake.
Yes, and okay, let me just say this. Sometimes we're not making the same mistake. We didn't hear you
the first time.
Even the second time.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I think once you hear something and you understand, 90% of the time you're not going to do it wrong. Okay? So you men never pay. Nana, thank you very much. It's not like we never pay attention. Again, we're going back to the same point. If your story is too long, I'll end up losing focus. So for me to pay attention to you, be brief.
Yeah.
Tunaenda wapi hapa? A, B, C, D. You're done. Yeah. Sometimes you want to tell me a simple thing, but you go round. By the time you're coming to the main point, I'm gone. So I'm not there.
So Nana is asking, and I want to respond to her.
Never pay
She's
attention.
asking,
yes.
Do you have a disability? Don't you think you do?
Most men, we have a disability of not listening.
You can't.
Yes.
Yeah. And guess what? At 50, at your age now,
I try.
You can understand that you're not listening. You can even accept that, you know what, I'm not listening. So the younger men cannot sit here and tell you, I don't listen.
Yes. Atajifanya nasikiza. Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, sometimes you're telling me, you know what I'll tell you? Just wait for this game to end. Because sometimes I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me something.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be frank. I'll just tell you, wait, let me finish this, and then we can talk. And then men, we don't multitask.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to watch the game. You're trying to tell me other things.
Okay, now.
There you go, Nana. I've answered you.
Talking of disability, I also have issues, right? So you've learned to also work with my issues.
Yeah, some of them I have to ignore them.
Not some, almost all of them. For you to be able to live with me, some things, you can look at me maybe throwing a tantrum, and you actually know that this is just going to end bad.
So again, we're talking about communication.
Yes.
So I'll know.
Yes.
And my way to communicate to you at that time is either I just keep quiet, or I say one or two things, and I say we'll come back to this.
Okay, so that's
because at that time, we are trying to minimize what? Conflict.
So when
vikombe.
So when you say you're minimizing conflict, every time you get into an argument with your spouse, even for me at my place of work, a successful day is when you can de-escalate a conflict and come out without calling the ambulance.
Nana just making me laugh. Nana, hardship allowance, I need to be, and for 26 years, that's a lot of money. I think all the kisses owe me a lot of money.
A successful day is when a husband and a wife argue
and then laugh at the end
of the day and make love.
Yes.
That is a good day, because you know what? You de-escalated the conflict, you're able to solve the problem, and at the end of the day you end up in the bed like nothing happened.
Yes.
Yeah. So
the conflict is gone.
If you must ask for help, some people are not able to talk, or I'm trained. This book it's my job paid for this book. I'm trained to de-escalate issues at any time. When the children are acting up, my first reaction is to reduce incident. So it is in my head every day. If you are not in that field, if you're like in IT, like Abu, or you're in another profession,
not just to shut the computer off.
That's right. What the book is telling you,
and restart it.
Seek help.
Yeah.
If you're not equipped to de-escalate an argument or a conflict, ask for professional help. The next point is, when you're asking for help, or your spouse or your significant other is recommending help, do not refuse help. Accept
Are you talking about
help.
professional help?
Yeah, now for me, I do it because that's what I do for work.
Yeah.
For you, who is dealing with the computers, once I see like you need help, we should allow people, or rather you should allow yourself to get help from another person. Sometimes it's beyond just the couples. You're not able to solve conflicts among yourself.
You can go to church, you can go to a marriage counselor, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to help you out.
The next one is listening. We've talked about that. Try to listen. Okay, body language.
Body language and
conversational styles.
I like that one. Body language.
So when I don't want to be bothered.
Body language is very important. Because for men.
Yeah.
Do you know there was a couple of I think now you call them reels on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Either I saw it on Facebook or somewhere on our social media, and it was showing how married women ask for sex.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Oh, how?
Yes, because that was body language.
Give us like
so listen,
a real quick one.
How married women ask for sex.
Yeah.
They will come. Your wife will come and start telling you, Mimi nimeenda kulala.
Oh,
like
no,
threatening you.
Okay. Because there are people who don't understand.
Threatening in English, like, you know what?
I'm going to bed. Another one.
But you know what? That's a sign. She's telling you come.
Okay.
Now that's communication. That's body language.
Okay.
Something as simple as saying, the men will tell you, I want something. The women won't say that. You. The women will say, I've gone to bed. And that going to bed is telling you,
come.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is now body language. So the younger ones won't know that is the way
to say, come, I need it.
But I have the young ones nowadays, the women are just telling them straight up, it's time.
Akimi, I can't.
Let's go.
I don't want to lie to anybody. I'm from Yando Chebere. I'm not, that is not even acceptable.
Say that's what Penny does.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to bed.
No, me, where I come from, guys, my culture, my tradition, I am not trying to ask you for sex.
But listen.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
When I watch that, I figured out.
Now you understood.
Now you know. They will tell you, I've gone to bed. Yeah. Or they will, you'll get into bed and they will tell you, I'm sleeping. Is there anything else you need? Like, what do you mean is there anything else? We're in our bedroom. I don't want food.
If you marry a village girl, make sure you understand.
Purity said, I guess the same.
Yeah, that you understand that they are not going to, the body language means they're not going to tell you exactly what they need, but you can see from the way they are acting.
Again,
that they are sending
today's topic is about communication.
Yeah.
It's good for us to understand how you communicate.
Yeah. Village girls, if the Igwe find you telling your man. But let me explain something real quick. I asked my mom about this. Let me tell you what my mom told me about it. I asked her, why is it that women cannot ask for sex?
The man has to initiate.
Yes, because back in the day, they used to practice polygamy.
Yeah.
So now I can start asking you and you cannot rise to the occasion because you've come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then 2, my mom said that sex cannot happen unless a man is able to do it. Yes. So now me asking you and then you turn me down is going to lead to a disaster.
First of all, you'll think I've been somewhere.
Yes.
And I'm probably turning you down because I don't want.
I'm not asking for sex.
Men
I am
want.
sorry. I can't. And maybe some things I'm going to leave them for the next generation because you can't really, that's culture conflict because you're thinking how are you supposed to, to even start.
And people need to respect culture.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you'll go to some parts of Africa where there's a tribe I think is in Namibia where if I visit somebody, they offer you their wife, and that is their culture. Yes.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hiya.
Namibia. Let me book a trip to Namibia.
So anyway, so they always say communicate. They are saying in this book that communication. You have to prepare yourself. You always have to put yourself in a mindset when your husband is not watching TV, when your wife is not on PMSing. I hear some women PMS. There's a time of the month.
PMS for
they
3
don't
weeks.
Want to be.
They'll be PMSing for 3 weeks.
So prepare. And then ask the questions. Whatever questions you have, ask your spouse. Don't hold on to the questions because sometimes they don't know. You might assume that I know something, but I really don't know how.
That's why communication is key to a successful marriage. You have to.
Yes.
Mambo, just keeping quiet and assuming everybody else or your partner knows what you're thinking or what you're looking for.
It doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
Yeah. So now the last thing that we are going to talk about, because time is up, we were gone for 3.
Can you first tell them that these outfits we are wearing here right now, these are outfits from Italy.
That's where I'm going.
You're going there?
Yeah.
So this is cashmere. I was told cashmere from Italy.
From Italy.
And it's so you can. It's so smooth.
It was very expensive.
So courtesy of. Mrs. Mbane,
say my wife.
Mrs. Mbane.
Even some women want them to identify them as my wife. Courtesy of my wife.
Yes, courtesy of my wife.
Yeah.
Right.
So I wanted to talk about freedom of movement or freedom of people living their life after they are married. So from day one, and I want to talk about traveling, it is the reason that we were not here for quite some time. It's almost been 2 months.
Yeah, a month and
because from day one, growing up, I saw my neighbors traveling, and I used to wish that one day I can afford to travel. So when I came into the marriage, I even remember the first time I took you to DC because I was going to DC. And
I went to visit your friends. Yes, I remember
because I like to travel. Yeah. So I came in and I told you, we were not an item. We were just friends.
I thought we were...
Nothing.
That was an assumption?
It was an assumption you made.
Yes, I think I
because even my friend, Gloria, when you watch this,
Gloria
asked me, do you want to be in the same bed or...
Oh, hold on. Listen.
Or different beds.
The way we grew up.
Yeah.
You know, me him talk buruburu.
Assumption.
The assumption. Dame or woman to tell you, let's go. A trip that is more than 4 hours.
Do you want to come?
No,
do you want to...
We grew up like this. Any trip more than 4 hours, that is now an item. So if I'm in Buruburu and this girl wants me to let's go to Macha.
Yeah.
That's an item right there.
Yeah, you see, that's an assumption.
You Nairobi town, that is the most that somebody you're not dating.
Oh.
You go to town, you watch a movie and you come back.
Oh.
Once you go past town, Thika, Machakos, you're an item. So when you told me you're going to DC, me and you,
7 day
I'm like, there's no way this woman is
7 day Adventist, we can go 12 hours trip. You can go to another state.
12 hours that one is in a church setting. Yeah. We used to go for camping.
Yeah.
That is a church setting. The woman then tells me, let's go to DC. Yeah. I'm thinking DC is 4 hours.
But we were not together though. We were friends. We are dating.
But listen.
Yeah.
By you telling me that, I was like, that's it. We are being
That's bad communication. Josephine, thanks for the stars. So anyway,
that is the communication we're talking about.
Exactly.
To me,
to you thought you were an item.
I was done.
To me, we were not an item. So now,
that's why when I got there, other things turned out to be.
When we go to DC, Gloria said, Penny, your meeting, I took you to be seen because now I'm telling my friend I met this guy.
There you go. See, now you're also taking me to be seen.
Yeah, because I was starting to talk to you. So Gloria said, Gloria, I always remember that. Do you want to sleep in the same bed? I said, but we are not. We didn't do anything.
We're not an item.
We're not an item, but we can just lay there. The innocent me. I knew we were just going to lay there and then we come back. So anyway, when we came back, we we were not an item. Because you know what? You felt like you wasted your weekend.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
Hai.
But we were not together.
Nimepeleka kwa wenyewe kwa wakisi wengine.
Nothing happened because we were just strangers. But that is how passionate I was from day one. What do you want, Tata?
What do you need? Okay, get your slides.
About traveling. So now, over the years, I think even by the time I met you, you already also liked traveling.
So that yes. So traveling and vacationing
Yes.
was also introduced to me through my parents.
Yes.
So once in a while, either go to Mombasa or go to Savo. So I was lucky that was offered to me, introduced to me. So that's I grew up knowing that definitely I love to travel.
Yeah.
So
now what I'm seeing or what I'm getting from most of the friends, they feel like you're giving me too much freedom or I'm giving you too much freedom because a few weeks before that you went to see your friend and I went to see I went with my friends. And I want to say that when you start a marriage, it's good to remember that the person you're marrying
had a life before.
Yes. And there are things that people are waiting to do after they've achieved financial success. So once you become an item, it is very good to communicate to your spouse that this is what I like to do. Because when I came back, I just came from Italy a couple of weeks ago. When I came back, several people, even at work, they were asking me where I left you. And they are saying, how are you going to go without your husband? I think it's good for us to tell couples that you don't have to always be clinging to your spouse when they are going somewhere. And if you trust your spouse and you have communicated with your spouse, we should stay in marriage, but be able to achieve our dreams. Whatever we want to do, we should be allowed to do it within boundaries of marriage and still respecting your marriage.
Yes. So I can give you a good example is even the last time when we went to, I think we were now in the UK and okay, we were together.
Yeah.
But then I insisted I have to go to London and do a tour for the Arsenal Stadium.
Yes.
You know, I left you and I did the tour.
Yes.
We were there, but I had to go in and do the tour.
Yes.
Because to you,
I didn't want to.
Yes, it's not going to make sense.
No, and I did not want to.
So sometimes I think people end up dragging each other
into
to things that the other couple is not
the other
enjoying.
Person
The other person is not enjoying.
Yeah.
Just because you're
married,
united or you're married.
Yes.
So you should be in a position, and I think this is probably down the road. We're not saying that when you're young, you're just 2 years in marriage that you should start doing such things. I think these things are over the time, where either you have the financial freedom or
the children
for your case here, the children are grown. So it's easy for you to go with your friends.
Yes.
Because the kids are big.
You're making a very good point. Yeah. I didn't do that. I didn't go away from my children for like 17
long time.
years.
Yeah, so I think people might see this right now and think that has been the norm. No, but it's something that you wanted to do, but at that time could not be achieved.
Yeah.
But now it's possible.
Because it is the right timing. And that brings us to the discussion where when you see people doing things, don't want to do the same things because you don't know
where they've
been
or how they got there. It's taken us a long time. In fact, this is how many years? This is probably 20-something years where I can leave the children and go away. And actually, let me tell you, I think last year, but when is the first time you actually went out with your friends?
Yes, 2018 to Texas.
To Texas, not even Texas. I think it was more of an event.
Yeah,
when you guys went to Miami for
with the girls.
Yes,
that
was the first time you took a trip with the girls.
Yes,
there's some people now, and listen, if you're single, do those trips now. Because sometimes when you get married and you're yoked to somebody, it might be hard.
Especially with small children.
Yes, and then you have kids.
Yeah.
So as single, do that. And then once you're married, try to balance it. And then later on down the line, I think it's going to be easier for you to do such things.
Because if you start doing those things I'm doing now, you might destroy your marriage. Yes. Meaning you might also not give your children the time they need. Because my youngest
even your husband.
Even your husband. Yeah. And there's insecurities early in marriage. Some people feel insecure. So it's good to wait until it is the right time. Don't look at us, the things we are doing at our age, and start doing the same thing. Everything comes with time. Now, when you're in your late 40s, you're in your late 50s, we are at the point we are not looking for money. We are looking for relationships. Yeah, early 50s, sorry. We are looking for relationships. Yeah. So Abu needs to take time, go spend time with his friends. We are older. We are more settled. We have 3 adult children. In fact, we have 3 adult children who drive in this house. So when we are gone, we know there's a responsible child. Yes. So young couples, don't try to do things that people who are 20 years, 30 years older than you are doing. In fact, that's the point I wanted to make. You should wait for your time.
Yes. But you also said one thing, you went to Venice.
Yes.
And you saw the way Venice was.
Yes.
So sometimes if it's possible for you, if you can't travel by yourself,
yes,
it's also to go as a couple.
Yes.
Go somewhere
by yourselves,
the 2 of you.
Yes.
Because you looked at Venice and there was no place for
handicapped.
Yeah. So sometimes you want to wait until you're 70 or 80 to do that trip. It might not be essential, or not essential. It might not be something that's going to work out. Or you want to do skiing, or you want to do some things. I think you have to break the norm sometimes and do something, or just do something that is out of your regular routine. But
I did say, and I always say in the videos, I regret for not leaving the children. You tried to convince me
a couple of times
to leave the children because my mom was there, but I didn't feel like I needed to leave my kids. So young people, when I look back, that is something I should have done.
Yeah. So if you have the opportunity, or if you have that particular setting where you can leave the kids for a weekend, even 5 days or 3 days, go ahead and do it. Just you and your husband, or you and your girlfriends, or the man can even go for we're supposed to do a golf tournament outside, and it never materialized because everybody was back and forth. But it's something that traveling is good, and it's something that maybe you should incorporate in your marriage.
Joseph Momanyi, thank you for the stars, and guys, thank you for watching us. Please support us by giving us stars. Support us by watching,
subscribing
the reels, and you can subscribe to our channel. We have a YouTube channel, and thank you always for being there. You cannot be on Facebook without the people who are there to watch you.
So please subscribe to you said
Keeping Up with Penny.
Yes,
that is the name of the page.
Do they subscribe on Instagram?
No, I didn't get on Instagram.
But on YouTube, if you can subscribe, that would be good. Just to support.
Yes. And thank you so much for watching. The other thing somebody was asking me, that when is Facebook going to get to a point where when we are fighting, we can post the fights where people, because we sit here and talk nicely and it looks like it's really nice. And sometimes it's not nice. And some people are thinking, we are abnormal.
No, but that's, it's, the saying that says, don't air out your dirty laundry. So when you wash your laundry and you hang it outside, it's clean.
Yeah.
You put outside the clean stuff. You don't put out the dirty stuff that is. But it's good people to know that this sometimes even the reality shows. They are being staged, and they're trying to present to you which is what you want to watch. People want to watch something good.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless it's the news. The news is bad stuff. Yeah.
Victoria, thank you. Victoria's daughter is in Florence. She moved to Florence.
Victoria.
She lives in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Her daughter moved to Florence. Thanks for watching.
Florence, Italy?
Italy,
oh,
yes.
Wow, okay.
And the reason I asked you that question, I wanted to tell our viewers that we do have conflict.
Oh, yeah.
Me and you.
But we said I was going to resolve the conflict.
Yes, but what we've done over the years, and again, for me, at my place of work, when you have a conflict, it's not the time to make the conflict worse. So what happens, when I get upset, I'm upset. When he gets upset, he knows I'm upset. Over the years, and my children, even the kids, just tell me they don't understand how we've been able to be together, and you've never cast me out. I have never cast you out. You don't hit me. You don't say bad words to me. I don't say bad words to you. I just want to tell people, yes, behind the scenes, people do argue. What you want to do when you get into conflict is to make a good decision on how you want to respond in times of conflict.
Yes, and again, it's also the upbringing. So I think the way I was brought up was, or what I saw
with your parents,
with my parents or everybody around me.
Yes.
There was no cussing. If they cussed, it was behind the doors.
Yes.
There was no physical abuse.
Yes.
So I think, and that's what we've tried to show our kids.
Children. Yes.
Because I think sometimes people become physical because that's all they know.
They know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if we're in an argument, and the only thing I've been taught is when there's argument is we fight.
Yes.
That's all I know. Sometimes it's something probably people need to go and either get some kind of counseling to figure out why they lash out or hit. Because to me that's all I knew.
Yeah.
And you're lucky that also even you, that's all you knew.
Yes.
So it's just how you...
By modeling good behavior to your children or modeling good behavior to your friends. Yeah. When you're in conflict, try to focus on the conflict and resolve the problem and move on to the next stage. And that is the bottom line of communication. Communication truly means expressing your good things, expressing your bad things, and finding a way to resolve your
And thank you
problems.
For the sweater. This sweater is nice.
So by the way, I shopped.
So good.
This is my husband. I shopped for the husband while I was in Italy. And let me tell you, there is nothing beautiful like buying an experience. Like when you go somewhere.
Because that's all. Actually, people need to know that sometimes the traveling is you're buying an experience.
Yes.
You're not going there to buy clothes. Yes, that will come as part of your travel, but you're really buying the experience.
So how did you feel with the gifts?
Oh man, I think next week are we going to be on? If next time when I'm on, I'll wear the next one. Let me guarantee you for the next 6 weeks, I'll have a different sweater.
Cashmere.
Italiano.
So marriage is a beautiful thing. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Please share this video and thanks for watching. If we are not traveling by next week, we are going away for Christmas. Please.
This is the next topic.
Be patient. Yes.
Wow, the next topic says sex and intimacy.
Why are you getting excited?
That one, I'm excited.
Let me put the page so they can.
So the next topic is that sex and intimacy, because I have a lot to say. Mambo ya mtu kusema.
Harakisha kesho ni job.
Nimeenda kulala. Is there anything else you need? Simekula ugali.
Nimeshiba. What else do you need?
Are we done?
We are done.
All right, post. Okay. So, guys,
like our page and thanks for watching. So there's different ways of people asking for sex.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to post that. I think it was either I have 2 videos.
Yeah.
I think somebody that sent it to me on WhatsApp. I'm going to post them on this page.
Yeah.
Of married women, and it's African married women, the older ones, how they ask for something.
Nowadays the girls come with 0 chills.
Nowadays a different ball game.
Yes, and then the men,
the men even are running away.
No, the men are like, no, not today.
The
men are saying no.
The new men are saying no.
They are saying no
because they're coming from somewhere else.
Okay, cheers, guys. On that note,
guys,
have a lovely
week.
Next week we'll see the time, depending on the time.
Yes, it might be a little bit tricky.
It's going to be tricky.
Yes,
we'll see you guys on Sunday.
All right, guys. Cheers. We love you. Bye.